Hello and welcome to That Man. And did someone say top secret government things? That's right, today we're looking at SCP Foundation Iris Through the Looking Glass. Now, the SCP Foundation is a thing that's been going on for quite some time. There's a lot of lore out there, and I'm not gonna lie, I know very little of it. I know that there's some monsters that's online and they just go, oh, that's an SCP thing. And there's a few indie games. I think there was a game that was quite popular last year that was an SCP thing. I do not have really any idea of what the SCP Foundation is. So I picked up SCP Foundation Iris Through the Looking Glass from 7 Seas because I thought, hey, at the very worst it's going to be some kind of introduction to this whole massive huge lore. And yeah, it was certainly something that I read. Iris Through the Looking Glass tells the story of an unnamed man. Yep, this is the kind of quality that we're going to have with this one. The character is unnamed, or they are named except it's censored out because, hey, that makes something so easily to read when you just have black boxes all the way across the screen and the book. Yeah. Mr. No Name looks at a book and there's a photo inside the book and he is transported into another world. Well, across the country. He's transported to America. Might as well be another world from Japan. And he discovers a beautiful young girl who is talking to him in English because, hey, it's the SCP Foundation. They can't be dealing with translating stuff into Japanese. He gets given a translation collar and he's told that he is an attachment to this young girl, Iris, who is an SCP. I don't know what number she is, I can't remember. There's that many different SCP numbers in this, I genuinely just didn't follow it. And then she takes him on a small tour of this SCP base, which is, it's basically like the Men in Black. They're securing, they're containing, and thus partying, protecting. And it just kind of felt weird. The whole of this story kind of just, I couldn't really understand what it was going on about. Not that it was a confusing story, it was pretty darn basic. However, it just kind of felt that a whole way of Iris and this character just walking along and just going, oh, this is SCP-125. This is what it does. And him trying it out, and then that was it. So we've got like stories such as the Endless Pizza Box, where a chapter is them having pizza from this endless pizza box. Or there's a teddy bear which is so comfortable and can walk around. Or there's a coffee machine that can have anything that you can drink ever. I didn't really get it. It wasn't that it was bad, it was just kind of felt that it was just like, oh yeah, we need to have all of this stuff in. Here's an explanation of it. Okay, next plot point. It never kind of lingers on anything, and it never really feels that it's kind of building towards anything either. It really felt that it was just kind of, I don't know, it was just this weird outside looking into this whole thing and then someone just explaining what these SCP objects are and then moving on. It might as well just be a huge museum. It might say, me just going, this is Chopper and this is Robin. This is Yotsuba. This is Danbo. And that's all it kind of is. It's just kind of this museum of these different things. Yeah, we have some little bits here and there where they kind of go into pictures and he's got to try and find out what's going on because these pictures were taken years ago and he's the only one who can go through it. It just doesn't feel like there's much focus. I must admit, I was reading through it and there's not a huge amount of content in this, but I felt that my time really dragged with this. I wasn't getting hooked on it, and quite frankly, I feel like there would have been, I think that it would have been more interesting if it was more focusing on the people who were doing the securing and the containing and the protecting, kind of like a Doctor Who or Men in Black kind of thing. But no, we've just got this young isekai kid He was just dragged in and he just goes, oh, well, I can't do anything because I can't speak the language. And then he's dragged out of it and that's it. It's all neatly resolved. I mean, this is part 1, but I really didn't think there was much more to it. There wasn't really anything that kind of hooked me in, and there wasn't anything that made me want to read volume 2, which is a huge shame because I really want to get into this whole SCP Foundation thing because, hey, there's a ton of lore of it and there's a ton of absolutely fantastic ways to get into this. But this one, I just didn't get anything out of it. I just felt that it was just them just sitting there going, oh yeah, this is a figure. This is a figure. This figure. This one opens a portal to another world. This is a figure. And that's all it kind of felt like it was. There wasn't really much to it. The characters themselves were okay. I did some reading because I wasn't sure if these were characters originally for this light novel or if they were characters already in the lore. Apparently they were already in the lore and this just does a bare bones job of introducing them. There's some cool things, like I said, I really like the idea of it, this whole Men in Black kind of thing. But, I don't know, I just wasn't invested in any of it. I don't know, I just kind of felt, maybe I was a little bit burnt out after reading other titles, but yeah, this one, it just didn't do much for me and I really struggled to get to the end. And it's not very often I can say that about a light novel. Usually I'm with a light novel, it's light enough that I kind of want to continue on until the end of it. But this one was just kind of like, yeah, it's done. Brilliant. I wasn't even going to do a video on it, and then I was just kind of like, no, it's one that I think that is worth talking about. I usually try and get something like the best out of everything I read, but this one, yeah, I didn't really get much from it. But hey, it proves that I'm still alive, doesn't it? And that's it from me. If you did enjoy this, please leave a like. Let me know in the comments if you think there's any other better ways to get into this whole SCP Foundation. And like and subscribe. Thanks for coming and thanks again for staying. Goodbye.